UNT takes a big step toward expanding its athletic center. We'll show you the multi-million-dollar plans that were unveiled this week.
Joe Biden heads to Brazil for one of his last major overseas trips as president. Hear his message for other world leaders.
A Denton restaurant is preparing to help people who may not have been able to get a Thanksgiving meal. We'll show you their generous idea.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV News at Noon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining ntTV News at Noon. I'm Landry Brady.
And I'm Vanessa Bender. UNT is taking a big step towards expanding its athletic center here on campus. The University Athletic Director made that announcement last night.
ntTV's Adriana Rivera is here with a look at what we can expect when the multi-million-dollar project is complete. Adriana?
Thanks, guys. UNT is moving forward with the expansion of its athletic center, which has been a project aimed at enhancing the facilities. Yesterday, the Board of Regents approved the design, and we actually have a look of what that looks like. The $10 million expansion project will significantly enlarge the weight rooms from 6,180 square feet to over 20,000 square feet. That will make it the largest in the American Athletic Conference. So far, UNT has raised over $4.4 million towards the project, which also includes plans for upgrades to sports medicine, the football locker room, and an academic support center. That's all I have for this semester. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Adriana. I'm so glad I've been able to wear all my cute winter clothes with this weather, Landry.
I could not agree more. Let's hope that the weather stays that way. Our weather anchor, Mauricio Ortiz-Siguera, is here with a first look at our forecast. Mauricio?
Thanks, guys. So it's kind of funny. We get some cold weather at night right now, but during the day, it's very sunny out. So it just feels like it's still the summertime. Very odd for this time of year, but hey, check out the temperature. 68 feels like 68. Nice and consistent. A nice 4-mile-per-hour wind speed coming in from the west. So, you know, nothing too crazy. As we go into tonight's conditions, 61 degrees, feels like 61, and 7 miles per hour coming in from the west-northwest area. So a little bit of wind, nice cool temperatures to, I guess, contrast from the hotter ones today. And as we go on to tomorrow's conditions, 60 degrees, feels like 58, with some big winds at 12 miles per hour coming in from the north. So, you know, I guess put a little extra gel in your hair if you don't want it going everywhere. That's all I got for now. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Mauricio. President-elect Donald Trump is expected to be in South Texas later today for a test launch of the SpaceX Starship rocket. The launch could be more important for the future of space exploration. While that happens, there is a potential problem happening in orbit. CNN's Amy Kiley has the latest.
This might be a critical moment for space travel. President-elect Donald Trump is expected to attend the SpaceX Starship launch today.
We have liftoff.
The company hopes to repeat last month's successful catch of the Super Heavy booster on its way back down. Trump's attendance is a sign of his close relationship with Elon Musk, after the SpaceX owner donated more than $100 million to his campaign.
President Trump must win to preserve the Constitution. He must win to preserve democracy in America.
Elon Musk is obviously very influential. He also has a lot of government contracts.
Musk is Trump's pick to co-lead the new Department of Government Efficiency. Much of his net worth is tied to government contracts.
Conflicts of interest, it's hard to know where they start and where they end.
Another reason space exploration might be at a crucial point is a potentially dangerous leak on the International Space Station. NASA says leaks in the Russian-controlled segment were first identified in 2019. Now they're bleeding air faster, causing fears of catastrophic failure. I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
NASA and the Russian Space Agency disagree about how dangerous the leaking is after repairs reduced it. The ISS launched 26 years ago and was not originally intended to be in use this long.
A university here in Denton is backtracking after Governor Greg Abbott announced Texas is freezing tuition again. ntTV's Chloe Marshall is here to explain what that means for those students. Chloe?
Thanks, guys. This is welcome news to students at the Texas Women's University. The school announced last week that it will be raising tuition starting in the next school year. That announcement came just days before Governor Abbott said the statewide tuition freeze is going to continue for another 2 years. TW is on the board, but hinted that few services might take a hit. For now, students can celebrate saving a few bucks and hope that affordability doesn't mean fewer snacks in the library. UNT could face similar challenges as it deals with the rising costs. That's all I have for you guys. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Chloe. If you see that there are more women in your classes, you might be right. There's a new study from the Pew Research Center that says women in the United States are outpacing men in getting their bachelor's degrees.
That wasn't always the case. 20 years ago, men and women earned that degree in equal numbers. But now, women outpace men, 47% to 37%. The age group in this study focused on 25 to 34-year-olds, but the study also says this split is true regardless of racial or ethnic group.
The Texas A&M community gathered yesterday to remember the victims of a bonfire collapse that happened 25 years ago. The Remembrance ceremony was held at the bonfire memorial at the exact moment of the collapse back in 1999. 12 people were killed and more than 24 others injured when a 59-foot-tall stack of logs collapsed. Former Aggies were among those who attended Monday's solemn ceremony. They say that the campus tragedy changed the campus. The 90-year bonfire tradition ended after the collapse.
Coming up, world leaders gather to take on big problems like climate change. We'll show you the message that President Biden had for them.
And we've got an inside look at an experience here in North Texas that will take you to the stars without ever having to leave the ground.
I'm Caden Smith.
And I'm Peter Rabel.
And we're the co-directors
and co-writers
of Gold Rush,
a prospective musical.
Yeah. Gold Rush is a UNT Media Arts short film. It's going to be a narrative short film with taking some elements of like musicals, and some of it will be shot on stage and some of it like on location.
It's the story of a young man who just wants to get rich quick, basically, and he's provided with an opportunity to do so, but at the cost of killing someone, and so it's about how he's trying to get away with it. And so we'll find out if he does or doesn't. I think a lot of our inspiration for this came from just wanting to do something different that we hadn't really done before. We've done a lot of comedy and we've done a lot of like light drama, but we've both been fans of musicals. It was just kind of rattling around in my head over the summer, and so when we got to class, it just kind of came together. We said, oh, let's do a musical, and then afterwards, kind of the Gold Rush part came almost after, but it was just like, these two things might be fun together.
Yeah, and then like, specifically, like we've looked at a lot of musicals that have influenced us in the past, and we've been like sharing it with us and our crew, like Singing in the Rain, or La La Land, or Oklahoma, or there's a Gold Rush musical called Paint Your Wagon. So Peter and I have played this game. So like once for his birthday, I got him a sign that it says like no stupid people beyond this point, and we've played this back and forth game and we've hit it across. I think if I suddenly switched it out with gold and I just hit it really well under like his bed, he wouldn't be able to find it.
Yeah, but I found it, so I think I can find the gold too. I just wouldn't know you put it there. If I had a bunch of gold, I would probably hide it in that tree over there. So no one else would be looking there. They'd be like, you wouldn't put that there. Of course I wouldn't. That's why I put it there.
Gold Rush will film in 2025.
President Biden addressed other world leaders today during his final appearance at the G20 summit. The gathering is happening this week in Brazil. Heads of state and government are discussing global challenges like ongoing wars and climate change. Mr. Biden urged other leaders to continue working to protect the planet after he leaves office in January.
When it comes to the adoption of clean energy, We've made remarkable progress together, but we all know we have so much more to do. We all know what it takes. History is watching us. History is watching. I urge us to keep faith and keep going. This is the single greatest existential threat to humanity if we do not deal with climate change.
President Biden also urged world leaders to support Ukraine and step up pressure on Hamas in the months and years to come.
President-elect Donald Trump is nominating another cabinet host, news cable host to its cabinet. Sean Duffy is Trump's pick for the transportation secretary. Duffy is a former congressman from Wisconsin. Before Duffy got into politics, he was a pro lumberjack, athlete, and a cast member on the MTV series The Real World, and has been a Fox News contributor since 2020. Donald Trump says Duffy will use his relationships with members of Congress to maintain and rebuild the country's infrastructure.
It seems like it's starting to get a little colder, just in time for Thanksgiving.
I know, and I'm so glad it's finally starting to feel like the holiday season. Our weather anchor Mauricio Ortiz-Seguera is back to tell us what to expect for the upcoming week.
Finally starting to see some of those colder temperatures, although I wouldn't say if 60 in November is really that real winter temperature, you know. Well, here we go. 68 degrees in McKinney, 68 in Denton. As you can see, we got some pretty comfortable temperatures around here. We're still sadly in the 70s, so we're not going to escape those just yet. It seems like we're still sort of in that weird mid-fall summer temperature range, but as we go on across the state now, as you can see, we are even getting a little hotter. 77 in Houston, 74 in Austin, 73 in Shreveport, Louisiana, but we are getting really, really cold up there in Amarillo, 53 degrees. Amarillo always seems to get colder than any other part of Texas this time of year, so good on you, Amarilloans. As we go now to the 7-day forecast, let's see what is up. We've got lots of sun, plenty of sun. Wear some sunscreen if you don't want to get burnt. 63 degrees, but as you can see, throughout the rest of the week, we do have some pretty low temperatures all the way at night. Those are the low lows. So we've got even 37 degrees tonight. So if you're going out, please wear a sweater or something. The hottest we'll see is Sunday at 81 degrees, but the lowest is going to be tonight. And of course, if you see next Tuesday, it is going to rain at night with that 50% chance of rain. So do be careful when you're going out next Tuesday. That's all I've got for you guys. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Mauricio. Now, before it gets too cold, you might want to check out a new immersive light experience that just opened up in Dallas. Our reporter Cynthia Mendoza got an up-close look at how bright this park really is. Cynthia?
Thanks, Marisa. I got to visit Lumina last week. I was curious to see if this would just be like every other light show, but I had an unexpectedly bright time. It wasn't your typical light show. They really made it an experience in the stars.
Welcome, travelers. Lumina has an illuminating experience for you. Walk amongst the stars.
When I showed up to Lumina, I had no idea what to expect, but I can confidently say this light show shines brighter than most. I'm here at Lumina, where I get the chance to experience an amazing night walk amongst the stars.
So I am in charge of all of the live show technology, which is your lights, lasers, audio, fog, if it's video, anything audio and visual is under me.
Located in the Trinity Forest Adventure Park in Dallas, this mile-long trail has 9 different light show installments that include lasers, smoke, projectors, and surround sound music, immersing you into a beaming adventure. This is the first time Lumina visits Dallas, but they are already making an impression.
I really love Stardust Rays, all the lasers. We have a lot of proposals that actually happen there. I also really love Falling Stars. It's kind of this round when the stars are crashing to the earth. It's just a really amazing moment.
I recommend grabbing a snack, a drink, or a picture before heading into this self-paced adventure. And here's just one tip Sean gave us to enjoy the trail just a little bit more.
I guess to keep an open-minded of how we view everything. Be creative, look for the magic in things.
Astra Lumina will be open for 4 months and is selling tickets through November and December. I hope you get to be a part of that magic. With North Texas Television, I'm Cynthia Mendoza.
Tickets start at only $27, and if you end up getting too cold, they have a spiked hot cocoa to keep you warm. That's all for me. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Cynthia. Thanksgiving is just over a week away, and nearly 80 million Americans are expected to travel for this holiday. CNN's Michael Yashida has a look at what you need to know if you're planning to drive to your Turkey Day destination.
Across the country, Americans are gearing up to get out for the Thanksgiving holiday.
For the first time, we're looking at a 7-day travel window, starting on Tuesday before Thanksgiving and ending that Monday. And we're projecting nearly 80 million people are going to be traveling domestically during that time. This is going to be a new record.
Of that 80 million, 71.7 million people will be hitting the roads and taking advantage of lower gas prices. The national average last Thanksgiving Day was $3.26. This year, AAA says, barring disruptions from tropical storms, gas prices will continue to fall.
Gas prices are much lower than they were this time last year, and we could be seeing a national average around Thanksgiving that's below $3 a gallon, which we haven't seen since 2021.
So when should you hit the road? INRIX, a provider of transportation data and insights, says Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon are the worst times to travel by car. The best times to hit the road is Thanksgiving Day, when interstates and highways are typically clear, and travelers won't clash with commuters. But no matter when you choose to travel, use caution.
AAA's biggest safety message is always slow down, move over. With an additional 1 million people on the roads, you're going to have more congestion, more cars, and unfortunately more emergencies.
And if you're planning to take a flight, be prepared for busy terminals. Air travel is also expected to set a new record, up more than 2% compared to last year.
Depending on where you travel for the holiday, things could get tricky. There is a winter storm in the forecast for the parts of the northeastern U.S. later this week. Wherever you go, be sure to get there safe.
All this talk about Thanksgiving travel has me thinking about food. And coming up, I'll show you how one Denton restaurant is making sure nobody goes without a meal for the holiday.
And the Dallas Cowboys narrowly avoided a disaster before their game last night. We'll show you the scary incident that happened on the field.
Craving something fresh, flavorful, and made just for you? Look no further than Avesta, your go-to destination for a delicious, full-service dining experience. Dive into our customizable omelets, expertly crafted by our talented cook Jonathan, who guarantees every bite is perfection. All our dishes are handmade, prepared with only the freshest ingredients. Explore our assembly line where you can choose from any of our globally inspired dishes, or customize your plate. It's that easy. And let's not forget dessert. Indulge your sweet tooth with treats from Clark Bakery. With convenient payment methods including card or flex, it's the perfect dining spot for any occasion. Quench your thirst with our wide selection of drinks. Just hand your drinking card to our friendly waiter, and they'll bring your beverage of choice right to your table. When you're done savoring every last bite, our attentive staff will whisk away your tray. Enjoy the peaceful ambiance as you dine in, or use our takeout option for a meal on the go. Avesta.
Are you tired of seeing the same old city? You want to learn something and go overseas? Then study abroad with one of many UNT Study Abroad programs. You can find the Study Abroad office right here at Markey Hall, room 145.
My Study Abroad program left on me a great impression. We have a lot of different programs and it varies. We have faculty-led, affiliate, and exchange programs. When you're ready to leave for your Study Abroad program from UNT, you're going to go through the Canvas, you're going to go through pre-departure, orientation, and modules.
The power to turn the world into your classroom is right here at UNT with our Study Abroad programs. Take flight and take in charge of your education.
As more people deal with homelessness in North Texas, many people are finding themselves in a tough situation ahead of Thanksgiving. Thankfully, a Denton restaurant is getting ready to provide holiday meals to those who can't afford it. I got the chance to meet the owner and get more information about this act of kindness.
Thanksgiving is all about getting together with loved ones and sharing a meal. But sadly, many people don't get to spend the holidays like this. Thankfully, there is a restaurant willing to help. Just off of Scripture Street, you will find Mr. Chopsticks, a Chinese cuisine restaurant providing free food for those who can't afford it this upcoming Thanksgiving.
My name is Chai, okay? I'm the owner of the Mr. Chopsticks. And we've been doing this for 39 years now. The reason I want to give out some food because I feel like, you know, it's nice to, it's Thanksgiving, so it's nice to, you know, to give back something to the community.
The restaurant will have its drive-thru open from 12 to 2 p.m. and will offer a variety of different food to help satisfy everyone.
We're going to be making some chicken fried rice to give out and make veggie fried rice for those who don't eat meat, so that way they have the choice. But that's all we're going to be making, you know, the chicken fried rice, all veggie fried rice.
Mr. Chai and his workers truly want to help people out on Thanksgiving and make sure everyone can happily celebrate the holidays.
I guess seeing an uptick in the homeless population and such, he's trying to give back to the community. Everyone needs food. It's a pretty simple concept. And, well, he's given out chicken fried rice and tofu fried rice. I would say that chicken fried rice is the top selling item here as one of his employees. So if you're seeing this and you're someone who's in need, someone who's hungry and might not be able to afford a meal on Thanksgiving, come on over.
Mr. Chai urges people to help spread the word as much as possible. So make sure to lend a helping hand and get the word out.
I think there were some people who want to help out. I'm going to ask them, I'm going to let them know that some people want to give me the money, but say I don't want the money, but if they want to help, you can, you know, bring some bottled waters, things like that, so we can pass them out too, you know.
His actions this holiday season is a true act of kindness and will truly help the community of Denton this upcoming week. With North Texas Television, I'm Adisa Bender.
There's a lot to be thankful for here in Denton. Over in Arlington, the Dallas Cowboys are thankful no one was hurt after what happened yesterday. A piece of sheet metal fell from the ceiling at AT&T Stadium before the Cowboys game against the Houston Texans. A spokesperson for the team says the metal piece and some other debris fell onto the field while the stadium's mechanical roof was opening up. The incident is under review, and it is too early to tell if the roof can be safely opened again.
I am glad that nobody got hurt yesterday at the AT&T Stadium.
I agree. The Cowboys were certainly hoping that things would get better after that happened. Our sports anchor Christian Bursich is here to tell us more about that. Christian?
Thanks, guys. It has been a rough start to the 2024 season for the Cowboys. They were hoping to get things back on track last night, but I've got the highlights from that Monday night matchup as well as a look into the Mean Green basketball and their strong start to the season. After the break.
I use Flex to buy my favorite snacks.
I use Flex to get me through my mornings.
I use Flex at my favorite campus restaurants. I love how Flex is a cashless payment method and can be used at all campus dining venues.
So, how do you use Flex?
Looking to open a free checking or savings account but don't know where to start? Check out DATQ Credit Union right here on campus. Get your Mean Green debit card instantly or apply for a DATQ Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for DATQ's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.datq.org to learn more. DATQ, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
This season just keeps getting worse for the Dallas Cowboys. The Houston Texans came to AT&T Stadium to deliver a beatdown, easily handling the Cowboys 34-10. Texans running back Joe Mixon scored 3 touchdowns on a struggling Dallas defense, mocking the Cowboys with his celebrations. They are now 3-7 after 5 straight losses. This is their longest losing streak in 9 years. Team owner Jerry Jones said in a radio interview this morning that he did not anticipate the team being this bad. But he appeared to defend head coach Mike McCarthy, who's in the last year of his contract. We'll have to wait and see if McCarthy is brought back for next season. UNT basketball is back with a new roster, and they are ready to make some noise in the American Conference this season. I had the opportunity to attend a team practice and find out what this team has been working on going into the season.
After a complete roster makeover due to the transfer portal, the Mean Green basketball team got straight to work in the offseason, spending time during the summer playing together. Transfers such as senior Jonathan Massey look to make an immediate impact on this team, hoping to provide rebounding and shooting from the guard position.
It was wide open. I feel like the team was wide open, the roads were wide open, and I also feel like the conference was wide open. So I was like, why not go and take something?
Massey and Mean Green basketball were able to put their work to the test on November 5th when they hosted Evansville. The team started hot from the three-point line and played intense defense, jumping to a 20-point lead early in the game. The team grabbed 15 offensive rebounds, something Coach Hodge has prioritized in practice during the offseason.
Yeah, we've really challenged that bigger guard group: Rondell, Stone, Massey, Alex, Tyron. Like, we've really challenged them in practice the last couple weeks to go rebound, and we had, like I told our guys in film this morning, I feel like one of the things we've gotten better at the most the last 2 weeks is going to offensive rebound.
With a long season ahead, Coach Hodge and the Mean Green will continue working hard, hoping to make an appearance this March. From North Texas Television, I'm Christian Bursuch.
With a 3-1 record after last night's 68-61 loss to McNeese State, the Mean Green will look to bounce back when they host Texas Wesleyan on Thursday. That's all for me. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Christian. A team effort in Arizona helped get a stranded animal to safety. The state's fire and medical authority got to work after someone posted on Facebook about a stranded tortoise. The reptile was stuck in a concrete canal. Firefighters showed up to see if they could help out and ended up getting the tortoise unstuck. A turtle enthusiast took the animal to a rescue facility to get checked out, and it appears to be doing well now.
I am very glad that they were able to get that tortoise to safety.
I know, nothing makes me happier than a good animal rescue story.
Me too. Thank you for watching ntTV News at noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 and tomorrow at noon, here on North Texas Television.